Okay, in this, this is a video about creating some mapping guides to prepare our head shape when we're sculpting a bust. So before we even start making an armature or putting clay on the armature, we take note and make ourselves a guide for the proportions, or for things to notice when sculpting the proportions. So the first view we're going to look at is the front view, and there's some things that we really need to take note that we'll use, and that is that if you take and you mark a line at the widest part of the skull, I'm going to say that's right here, or the skull or the head. Right? This measurement should be 2/3 the overall height, and the overall height will be marked from the top of the head to the bottom of the jaw. Right? So we're going to call this measurement here, from here to here, H, the height, H1. So if you take that and you measure with your ruler, on this particular drawing it's 4 1/4 inches. So this should be 2/3 of that, which is 3 inches. Pretty darn close. So 2/3 H1. 2/3, this is the overall height. You want to notice that the jawline in the front view, the jaw is symmetrical. And write these down because you're going to need them when we start sculpting. Notice that if you follow the jawline or the ears down, that the neck is as thick as the ears, or better said, it comes straight down from the ears, right? People have the tendency to make their neck too small or too thin, and that causes lots of problems. So this is just for head shape. We'll come back and we'll add features on our third lines and all those things. But for overall getting the head shape, we want to make sure that the overall height, we know that this is 2/3, the overall height, that the jaw is symmetrical, that the ears, the neckline comes straight down from the ears. And look at this, the last thing here, the shoulders slope. Okay, they're on a slope. So those are first noticings from the front. Now let's go to the back. Okay, the first thing you want to notice from the back is that the back of the head, right here, is a sphere. So, you have a sphere here. On the bottom third of the sphere, right, if I was going to take this and divide this into threes, the bottom third of the sphere, right, is where the neckline comes down. This is 1/3, the bottom 1/3 of the sphere is where the neck comes out. Okay? Also where the ears attach. Notice that again, the shoulders are sloping. Okay? These are important features. Also, it's hard to see in here, I left a little bit of room, but right here, that the jawline is slightly visible. From behind. These are things to look at while you're making your head shape. And we'll refer to these as we work. Okay, now let's look at the side view. Okay, we're gonna go from the bottom of the chin to the top of the head, right? And that's our H1 again. That's the same measurement from the front. Now, from this side, it's important to know from the back of the skull to the front of the skull, which is pretty much here, that this is also H1, that these are equal to each other. Okay? If I take this line from the back of the head and go straight down, I want you to notice that there's an angle, okay? That the neck is tilted forward, right? So your neck, your head doesn't come straight out your back like that. Your head, your overall sculpture will tilt forward. So the shoulders are out further back than the top of the head. If I take the jawline and I go straight down from here, notice that this is more than, well, this is like your halfway mark, right? But it's a little bit more than halfway from this sculpture, from the back of the head to here. This is it's just a bit more than halfway. See that? If we went all the way up, it's just a teeny bit more than halfway, approximately. I want you to notice that the brow line to the chin line lines up. So the brow to the chin lines up. That the jaw line is tilted. Towards the ear, tilted up towards the ear, right? That the neck also follows that tilt, is the same as the back of the head. Okay, these are our basic, right? Our 3 basic noticings when we're making the shape of the head. So I'm going to take a minute and I'm going to just videotape them all together so that you can see them one more time. Oopsie. Okay. All right, we'll do more details, right, as we move around. This is just for putting the clay on the armature and getting basic head shape and proportion.